Well, I just finished this climb trail. Speaking of climbing, I just climbed that, which doesn't look like a lot to you guys, which is unfortunate. Anyway, just finished this climb trail. I'm gonna walk it in reverse and do a little cleanup. And yeah, I'll take you along for the ride, show you. This is where the trail comes out. This is the climb trail that connects you to up there. Hard for you to see. Maybe if I zoom in, you can see some of the trails. Not sure. But yeah, that's where it goes. And after this, when I finish this up in the next hour or so, that's where I'm heading, right up there. And we're actually going up. You can't see it because it kind of goes over a knoll and then it goes up again. But that's where I'm heading. We're going to be making another, or extending the climb trail up there a little higher. So yeah, but this is where this climb trail comes out. And if you look down there, you can see just a little bit of my excavator. So probably another 200 feet below that is where the climb trail starts. So here we are here. We're just going to walk this one. And I've cleaned this one up mostly. I'm already up here, so I might as well walk down it and make sure. And some of the other members will come and check the trail out as well and clean it up. So this one turned out really good in this section for sure. I was able to pack really good. Not a ton of rock in this section right here. Back there I picked out a ton of rocks. You saw them on the side of the trail. That's just a fraction of what was here. And you can see I used some of the rocks on the side, but this was all rock here. Really hard to find dirt. You can look, see I've just been tossing rocks nonstop. You can see on the trail here, this is solid bedrock, but a lot of broken rock in between. That's what comes up when you're digging it out. But it does kind of make for a nice trail, visually for sure. And then up here, you'll see nice big rock slab. So right here, this is where that rock slab is. And it just looks really good. At first I was having trouble building because it's on such an angle and there's not much material on this rock, as you can see. But I was able to steal a lot of material from that corner and pull it along and make a shelf here. But I think it turned out really awesome. I actually like this trail. Climb trails are not as fun to build because you're not building any features and stuff, but I don't know, it still turns out, and it's still fun to build, I think. But yeah, this is where I stole all that material from, is right here. So yeah, it turns out really good. Yeah, so that back there was the first switchback. I should say the last switchback, actually, because we're working our way down. And here's the second last one. And this one, this corner here, from right about that shadow area, then the corner, and then up to about right there, I think. That took me an entire day. There's so much rock here. And it looks busted, and it is. It's all cracked and busted in there, but it's they're all wedged together. And man, it's just a fight for, I don't know, about 6-8 hours straight just to get this rock. And I had to pull it down from there, as you can see. And pull it down and then fill this area in to mellow out the corner. But it did turn out really nice. I like the way it turned out, actually. Yeah, it's nice and mellow. Shouldn't have any trouble climbing this at all. Not me, of course, because I'm not a climber. Not unless I use my e-bike. So here we're actually at the first switchback, and this corner turned out really good too. There's a lot of rock in here too, but it's a lot smaller rock, so it was easier to work with. I should have probably mellowed this out a little bit more, but oh well. Some people have to work for it. But yeah, nice drainage here. I try to line up my drainage, actually. I don't know if you can see. Trying to line it up from the top there. Yeah, you can see where it's low there, so it'll drain there. It'll drain straight down and then right straight through there. So try to line them up so the water doesn't run down the trail as much as possible anyway. And this little gully here is pretty cool. We didn't go straight through it because it would have been pretty steep coming up the side, so we kind of just turned on the inside of it, on the upside of the hill. And again, drainage through here. So yeah, and so this is the east side of that, and that's the west side. So I'm gonna walk down here to where it actually starts, and we'll come out here and we'll see the new section. So the new section is not quite finished. I got to grub it up and clean up the roots and stuff. So that's what I'm going to do here now. And it should be just about finished and ready to go. Okay, so this trail starts right here and heads on to the west side of this. I guess it's a quad trail. It was a quad trail, and then before that it was the logging access road. So from here down, it's really mellow. I shouldn't say it's really mellow, but it's mellower. It's okay for climbing. And then it starts to get steep right here. So this is where the climb trail starts, and then we'll come out up where we came out of the other side of it. But yeah, this is it. Just walked in here about 150 feet, cleaned up all this area. It's looking really good. Working our way back this way. Right around here we had some really weird terrain. I don't know, like back in the day, you can't tell now because I've worked through it, but there were some big, huge piles of dirt. And I don't know if that was natural or if back in the day people were working in here. I believe this was logged at one point, but I don't know if it was this area or a different area. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. As you can see, we got lots of roots to cut out here. So this section here is pretty awesome. There's a lot of good soil here. Clay, a little bit of rock mixed in. And we get right about here was thick soil. So like nearly a foot of, you can see it here, soil. And so when you pull that out, you end up with a big cavern. So I had to dig 3 big burrow pits. I dug one right there, and that kind of filled up that area. Then I dug one right here. This one wasn't very good, but this one here was awesome. Pure clay, no rock. And that did this whole section. So that was pretty awesome. It makes it nice and flat. This turn or switchback here is pretty awesome because it's nice and flat here. It's a perfect switchback for climbing. And then it just rises a little bit steeper up there, but still pretty good for a climb trail. Well, that pretty well takes care of this whole climb trail. I did make a bit of a screw up here. Nothing major, but kind of forgot to cut that bank down. Usually try to slope it out a little bit so that it's better for mostly aesthetics, I think. But this is pretty steep here, but I'm not coming back in here now to do it. We'll get it with hand tools, or somebody will. But yeah, it's pretty well finished. So yeah, this I have to tamp this a bit, but this is pretty well done. And that just meets up with the other side of it, the east side that we came out. So that's pretty cool. That's about 5 days work, 4.5. So that's not too bad at all. I guess when you're not building features and stuff, it goes pretty quick. Well, we're heading up, and it's bumpy. And it's quite steep, and this is not the steep part at all. So, yeah. I gotta carry my fuel with me today, because I'm not walking back down and back up. This part's not bad. I've walked it several times today, and lots in the past. But the next part I'm about to show you, I'm not walking up it. I see hikers walk up it almost daily, but I'm not doing it. I'm not a hiker. I'm an eater. Great, this is where we're heading. It literally looks like nothing on camera, but it is steep, very steep, and rocky, but it'll be okay. I'll extend my boom. It'll be fine. It extend goes quite a ways, quite a ways past there. But that's as far as you can see right now. Yeah. That there will pucker up your boom chute, especially when you get stuck on one steep section and you have to work the tracks back and forth to try to get some grip. As I said, it continues, keeps going straight up there, but it's not as bad now. You can do it one-handed. Section is a bit of a challenge because it's super loose, really loose rock here. And it gets steep right here. Oh, I've never even spun a track. That's awesome. I thought for sure that was going to be a little bit of a challenge. Guess not. This is an old quad trail here. I guess at some point it was the logging road, but it kind of grew in right here. And guys at some point had used it with quads. I don't know when, because this has been closed to motorized vehicles for a long time. Centered on a log there. again for this section so I can have two hands available. Should have brought the GoPro today, but I didn't. Oh well. It's actually not too bad. Just climbing up this really good. There's no really big boulders here, so it gets lots of traction. This has got to be, I don't know, 30 degrees maybe? I don't know. Hard to say. But it's steep. I guess that's the purpose of putting in the climb trail. Because I don't think anybody's biking up this. My seatbelt on, maybe. There's a really cool ravine in here, and right at the top, which we're coming to. I don't know if you can see that trail in there or not. That's called the R&R, and that's an awesome downhill trail, single track. I'll try filming this. This section is very steep. But again, no real big boulders, so that might be the difference. I try to stay left. The right side has some boulders and stuff, so try to stay on this clear side. Should be alright. Still a long ways to go. I actually thought this was the top. I've been here several times, but I didn't quite realize it was this high up. Okay, I gotta move some stuff out of the way here. Part of the climb trail last year, and I didn't realize it was this rocky, but I guess he was banging away on this all season. And I guess now that some of the clay and dirt has kind of washed in, it is really rocky. But it's still a good trail. It's pretty awesome. But on we go. Oh yeah, that's a stump. Time to put you down again. We got some stumps coming up. I'm gonna need both hands for this. Hey, I gotta do a little bit of bushwhacking. And I'll turn you around and show you where we came from. You can't really see, but we are way up there now. Yeah, so that's where we came from. Maybe you can just see that line there. I'm not sure what trail that is. I think we're lower than that, actually. Well, here we are. Made it to the top of the climb trail. 1,711 meters. Nearly straight up, from my calculation anyway. And climb trail, you see a ribbon right there. So this was the top, and now the top is actually way up there somewhere. I don't know what the elevation of that is going to be, or is. There was a section here, right at the top. Man, I'm telling you, it was intense. Had some rocks that were just slightly under the ground that were slipping on, and the machine was rocking back and forth. It was a tight hole situation, as one would call it. Yeah, right there. I wish that looked steeper on camera, but it just doesn't. And I can't really show you where we were. But down there, we hiked up a long way, that's for sure. But yeah, we're here, and we're gonna start hiking up some of these trails here. There's actually two trails, so there's a climb trail, and then there's another one that I'm not sure about yet. I don't know what it is. It's the first I heard about it was today. So yeah, here we go. Break time. Typically don't take too many breaks to actually sit and break, but I hiked up there, followed the To Be trail. Looks pretty cool. Very steep in some spots, so I'm gonna have to pull a lot of dirt down. But yeah, I made my way back down and just thought I'd sit here for a second and take this in. Sitting here and I was just looking, and that, sorry, right there is Abraham Lake, and that, not that mountain, but that, that one right there, the smaller one in front, that's Black Mountain. And if you don't know, there's some awesome bike trails in there. Can't really see much. I'm surprised I can actually see this much with this camera, but yeah, that's Black Mountain. But if you don't know, there's some awesome bike trails in there. And I believe they have shuttle access now. So if you don't like climbing, go to Black Mountain. Because it's pretty awesome over there too. Well, I'm at the first switchback, and yeah, I'm at the first switchback, and I don't love it. It's too steep. It's I think it's doable, but it wouldn't be fun on a non-e-bike, that's for sure. So I'm going to turn around here and go back about 20 feet and reshape it, I guess. I've got a bit of a plan, but yeah, I can't dig down too much further on the one side because I'm hitting rock, so I got to cut it in more. So it's going to be a sharper turn, but it'll be a less steep of a climb. So we're going to try it, see how it goes, and go from there. It's real steep in this corner, so it's hard to make the switchback real nice. The next one coming up right here, I can see the flags. I'm going to be able to do that one. I can send the bottom track out and then make my switchback and come straight back up. So I think it'll be kind of tight too, but I don't mind tight as long as the trail is not too steep. So I'm gonna head back and fix this one, and then shortly after I'll be working on that one. So I already mellowed this out this morning a little bit, and that helps, but you can see how far down I'm having to dig to get this mellowed, but it's okay. I'll keep working at it, I'll get it. I'm trying to save this tree. I like it, it's nice, it's like a little landmark. So what I'm going to do Okay, here it is, guys. I still don't love it, but it's definitely shallower, less steep than it was. You can see before it went up there. And now it's gonna come through here. But you know, it's still pretty steep. I'll pack it in, see how it looks once it's packed in. There's a little knoll right there. I'm gonna take that out of it. I don't think there's much else I can do here. I keep hitting bedrock, so I really don't want to smash through bedrock today. I'm gonna leave this here. I'll work it in, but I'm gonna leave this bit right there just because that bedrock is under that. So that's staying there. Yeah, it's not my favorite, that's for sure. But kind of is what it is. Here it is from the top, all packed in. Actually, I like it. It's still steeper than I'd like, but I think it's okay. Hard to see with the shadows right now, I think. Yeah, I like it. There's not much more I can do with it. I think we made the best of it, really. I have one of those pogo stick tampers, like jumping jack ones. I don't know what the right term is for it, but I've been wanting to buy one for a while. I could have used it on a couple jobs, actually. But for these corners would be really good, because if you look right here on the flat straight sections, I'm able to pack it in really good because I can get my bucket flat. But on these corners, you got such a varying angles, it's hard to pack it in. Like, I'm still packing it in with the corner of my bucket or the edge, but yeah, up on the slants sides and the sloped areas, it's hard to pack it in. That jumping jack would just be awesome. Wouldn't take much. I'd say 15-20 minutes on this and you'd have that packed in really good. But yeah, that's the first switchback done. I had to take a break here and go get some fuel. It's starting to run a little dry. Today camping, so anyway, we got some fuel. Yesterday we just came up here. That's where we went yesterday, but this is the climb trail to get you to the top. tight ones are hard to do, especially with one hand. Oh, this one's going to be sketchy. Made it. See exactly how I'm going to lay this out. We'll get a plan in place anyway. Bad boy. That's a nice looking mushroom. That is a nice looking mushroom. You ever seen a mushroom that nice before? I don't think I'll eat it because I don't know enough, but that's a nice looking mushroom. It's starting to get a little dry though. aside from the massive root sticking out of this tree here. But that's how she's staying. If someone wants to cut it off, they can. Yeah, kind of worked out pretty close to exactly how I planned it. Yeah. It's obviously just roughed in right now, but yeah. I'll start packing this in. There'll be a drainage right there. And pack this all in nice and fix up the organic material. And then start making my way, can't speak today. Start making my way this way. And this turned out really good. It was looking like this was going to be kind of steep, but I was able to work it just a little bit. And yeah, it's pretty nice now. I don't think anybody will have any issues with this at all. So yeah, as for width, I'm going to keep it the width of the excavator. It's really handy for me. I don't have to kind of tiptoe on one side, and this way I can keep both tracks on the trail and the machine stays nice and level. So yeah, it's working out really good. I'm glad to have got to this part today and finish this part. That was kind of my goal. So now I'll start working this way. This trail, I thought originally it went straight through there, but it doesn't. It drops down. Oh, no, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, it does. It goes right up through here. There's another section up. I hiked up earlier, and it looks like it goes through here. Oh, there's the ribbon right there. But yeah, there's another section where it looks like it goes through, but it kind of drops down. Yeah, this is going to be a cool trail. Even though it's a climb trail, it's pretty awesome. It's nestled in the woods. And that's pretty cool because you want the shade. When you're climbing, you really want to be in the shade, especially for a fat guy like me. Yeah, keep yourself cooled down. Yeah, this is awesome. Okay, carrying on. darn good day. We're well into it now. Quite a ways past that switchback. And we're coming up on the next one. Man, is it windy today. It's warm out, but that wind is cool. Anyway, yeah, so we're coming up on the next. Where are we here? This is going to be slow going right here through these trees. Trying not to kill trees. So this is where our next switchback is. So another 70 feet. So right there, and then we're heading up that way. She's tight and she's steep in here. So the cool part about that is it makes for a nice trail. Because you have to bench it pretty wide to be able to support your machine. And I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I just find it looks a little neater that way. I'm not sure why I feel that way, but I do. And those are my feelings. And you can't take that away from me, because those are my feelings. So yeah, tomorrow is supposed to be a short day because I'm supposed to be going to do some soil analysis for another company and a septic design for that company, but I haven't heard anything back yet. So maybe that's not happening. Yeah. So maybe I'll get a full day in tomorrow, which would be absolutely awesome. But yeah, that's it for today. I'm going to turn you around just to check out the view here. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, there it is. There's the town. Camera doesn't do it justice again. Pretty awesome though. Well guys, we're back here today. We've made some progress. It's gonna be a short day today. I'll get out of here and get on the road. Yeah. We've come about, 75 feet from where we were last night. And we're at we're past the switchback now. I think it turned out pretty good. I'll turn you around and show you. So here's where we started this morning. And this switchback was pretty nice to work with. A lot of clay here. A little bit of rock in this corner, but pretty much all clay. Yeah. Nate was up here this morning and he said this can be a little bit more of a technical climb trail. I guess he makes sense. And if people can make it up to those benches, then if they're going to tackle this trail, they're probably more advanced riders anyway. So we made our switchback a little tighter. And this is going to be, well, it's not actually that steep. It's not bad. But there are some steep climbs in here. So is what it is. We're not too concerned about steepness. and technical stuff. So yeah, we're gonna fix this up, finish this in, maybe cut in another 50 feet or so, but then we're gonna get out of here. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. It was a great week this week. We didn't get barely a drop of rain, so pretty happy about that. And we got a lot of work done. Yeah, really good week. So when we get back, we're going to continue on this trail. And right in here, actually, you might be able to see it. Right there. See a green flag? That's another trail. That's the Shunda Cruiser. That's a downhill trail that Nate's coming up here. He'll probably get at it this weekend. Maybe not. He's just finishing up some touch-ups at the bottom. But then he's coming up here to cut that trail in. So he's going to work on that one. And I'm going to work on this climb trail. That trail there is going to be a blue, downhill blue. So that's going to come... Actually, I don't know where that trail comes from. I don't think I've ever rode it. So it connects to an old one. They're just kind of lengthening it. So I'm not exactly sure where it comes from, but I'll have to ride it one day, maybe next week. So what it's going to do, though, is it's going to come down. It's going to meet up with Westview and R&R. And that way they can continue down Westview, or they can cut over to R&R. Or, actually, I think Shunda Cruiser connects there as well. So you'll be able to get on that from there. So this Shunda Cruiser, I guess, this climb trail will be able to connect you to the top of it. So I guess what they're doing is extending the top of it. And so it'll come down from the top of this one. So yeah, that's pretty cool. This climb trail is probably going to take quite a while. Not exactly sure what, but I think this trail and that green one, that Shunda Cruiser. Sorry, it's going to be a blue trail, but the flags are green. I think that, and then one small other trail is all that's on the list for this year. But that's going to take us to Snowflow. So, yeah, which is good. This climb trail is going to take a bit, but it's going to be a fun build. Lots of switchbacks. The dirt looks really awesome. I hiked it, not all the way, but quite a bit. And the dirt looks like it's going to be good dirt all the way. Except for maybe the top section is going to get pretty rocky, but yeah, it's awesome that it's nestled into the woods here. Keeps the shade on you. But yeah, good week, and we're going to end it here.